Hello and welcome to Christine's Creativity Cabinet, the channel that I started last May, and I'm now celebrating the fact that my first squishy makeover video, remember this? Yep, now has over 1,000 views. So this video is meant to celebrate that. And I'm celebrating that in 3 different ways. Okay, this is the regular squishy that I made in that video. I made a mini squishy out of cosmetic rounds. I made a little cute little polymer clay charm that represents that squishy. And I actually made some real mini cakes that kind of sort of look like it. They didn't turn out as well as I had hoped as far as looks goes, but I bet they taste really good. And I was able to cut out of them, each one of them, an adorable little slice. So they got kind of smashed, but they each have an adorable little slice. The faces didn't turn out so great, but I bet these are going to taste delicious. And in fact, I'm going to try some right now. I'm going to try a little bitty cake slice right here, like that. Little bitty cake slice. Oh yeah, that's really good. So I want to thank all of you who have been watching my channel, and all of you who have chosen to subscribe, all of you who have commented. I've had such wonderful, sweet comments, and I just want to tell you that I appreciate those so much. It really is keeping me going here, considering that still my numbers are minuscule in YouTube terms, but hopefully that'll change over time. In the meantime, you guys are really keeping me going, and I want you guys to watch this and feel like you're going to be celebrating with me. I'm going to show you how to make those little mini cakes, and if you like, you could make one for yourself, and that would be a way that you would celebrate with me. So let's get to making art and cakes. By making a mini squishy, which I made from cosmetic rounds that I got from Target. I traced around one of the cosmetic rounds onto cardstock and made myself a little template so that I could mark very exactly where the cutout part goes. Then I used a Sharpie to trace that onto 4 cosmetic rounds, and I cut it out with scissors. Mixed up some brown and black puffy paint to make a nice dark brown color, and I painted all the cosmetic rounds with that paint. They actually really looked like little cake layers when I was finished doing that. On the cake layers was dry, then I went in with white puppy paint and used that as frosting to put all 4 cake layers together. Once they were all together, then I used more puffy paint and painted the entire thing white. I had to use several coats, letting them dry in between each coats to really get good coverage for this. some white paint on some of the cake layers, so before going any further, I mixed up some more dark brown paint and used a toothpick to touch that up. I mixed up some white and pink puffy paint to make a nice light pink shade, and I frosted the top of the cake with this and also put some drips down the side. bright pink puffy paint to the cake, and I put sprinkles that I had cut out from colored rubber bands around the outside. The next thing to do was to put a cute kawaii face on it with some black puffy paint. After all the paint was dry, the last step was to seal down the sprinkles with some Mod Podge. Once the Mod Podge was dry, my mini squishy was complete. I started my polymer clay charm by mixing brown and black polymer clay to make a nice dark chocolate color. Then I made a template by tracing around the lid of a puffy paint bottle, cut it out and cut out the wedge so that I could use that as a template on the clay. I then used the cap to cut out 4 cake layers from the dark brown clay, and I used the template to cut the wedge out of them. Rolled out some white clay and cut out 4 layers of white frosting in the same fashion. out some more white clay, nice and thin, and cut it out and added it to the outside of the cake to make the outside frosting. Then I mixed some white clay with some pink acrylic paint, getting a lot of paint on my fingers in the process, and I rolled that out and used it to make the pink frosting on the cake. I rolled out a tiny, tiny little snake of pink clay and added it to the top of the cake. Before baking the charm, I added a cute kawaii face to it, but I didn't catch that on camera. After baking, I glazed it with some clear nail polish and added some glitter to the outside. Once the glaze was dry, my cute little polymer clay charm was complete. For my third and final celebratory project, I made some genuinely edible and actually quite delicious mini cakes. I started by putting a half a pint of heavy whipping cream into a water bottle and giving it a good shake to whip it. I got this idea from the Cute Life Hacks channel, and I want to give a big shout out to Joanna because this hack totally worked. Once I could no longer feel any liquid inside the bottle, I cut it open with a pair of scissors and had whipped cream. I put half of this whipped cream into a separate container and colored it with some food coloring to make the pink icing. Then I took some Mrs. Thinster's cookie thins in the brownie batter flavor, and those became the layers of my cake. I put them together with the plain white whipped cream and then frosted them over completely with it. Once that was done, I put the pink whipped cream on top and made some drips going down the sides. Then I used some pink decorating gel to make a circle on the top, and I used some black decorating gel to make a cute kawaii face. And then I added some actual real sprinkles this time. I made 3 of these cakes total and then refrigerated them for several hours to allow the moisture from the whipped cream to be absorbed into the cookies to make them into cake. Here they are, fresh out of the refrigerator, and I was able to cut a really adorable little kawaii cake slice out of each one of them. Okay, I can now give you a consensus on the cake. It was delicious. Let me show you how much was left over. Not much, right? Okay. So thank you all for watching, and thanks again for viewing my content and commenting and subscribing. I just really appreciate all of that. It really just means so much to me. And I want to tell you that Audrey, you and I need to have a serious talk.